Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay.
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes.
This is it, Mia. The battle begins here.
Witness, what is your name and occupation? It's her again. You remember her voice, right?
Do you?
Nope.
Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double in a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Jesus
What
Christ!
the fuck?
Hey, not so fast, you Canadian.
Okay, so you have a first person, Australian, Canadian.
I mean, I'm not really trying to do a Canadian accent. If there is such a thing, they clearly identified him as that.
As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care in addressing her.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. Miss Fay, you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear? This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Oh, this is the case that's referenced in that case where we first meet Phoenix. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo, is that accurate?
Melissa was not your name before, motherfucker.
How can you be so mean? Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. Uh-oh, I don't like this turn. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fay. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then, I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took a photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. Standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. Ho, ho, ho! What a cute camera, just like its owner.
Goddamn, fucking what the fuck.
Alright then, Miss Fay, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
Fuck you. I already know this girl's a liar. She's even lying about her name. Last time wasn't her name Dolly or whatever. Which, I'm just saying, if you look right here, Dahlia is mentioned right there. So, you know, I'm a little suspicious. So close to me. Pictures of wildflower. To kiss down the bridge. Something's on fire. There's a picture. Got the police. And hold it!
Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. Guess that part of me just kind of took over. Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. Still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So he wants to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, this photo, they are not fucking fighting. No, wrong photo. They are not fucking fighting. They are standing there. It's anything but a fight.
Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. Got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag this witness down to your level. Grr.
Okay, I'm gonna like show the photo, like beyond fighting that.
Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see...
The photo we presented was the only one there was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken... Go!
No!
My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay the situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? Oh, this photo was the last one. What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So, you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once, too. Please, no details. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Ha. Looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening.
Nice Australian accent, Mia.
Fuck you. The victim. Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal.
This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If I had been a craggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently.
Craggy? Why, you... If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with his testimony.
Let me look at the map. How much is 10 yards? Let's see. Yeah, how much 10 yards?
So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her. It seems to make sense. I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Ha, doesn't now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. Terry Falls isn't the criminal. Then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia.
Okay, I'm just saying the map has yards on it, and that says 10 yards. I don't know where I'm going with this, but they both have yards on them, so I'm so smart.
Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just... Miss Fay, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were two contradictions? It's simple, just look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5, because Dusky Bridge has collapsed on that side. What does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say? What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
Sure you're saying?
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. You little fucker.
Huh. That guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. The diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward. Well, Miss Faye, it seems you once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No, it wasn't your fault at all.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster.
There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. Suppose it was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden.
Sorry.
He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
Ha, that's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, the cross-examination, if you please.
Contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining all day, correct? There's also a small temple and channeling dojo there. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what you witnessed with their own eyes.
That's supposed to be Mia's voice.
Hold it! And you're absolutely certain that it was my client carrying the body?
Yeah, I like mine better.
She's not saying anything, there's no lips! Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman.
Something about this testimony is bothering me.
Aye, kitten. You ever put salt in your coffee?
No, why would I?
Why not?
Huh?
It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence.
He's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose.
I got plenty to lose.
By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well, after all.
moment. What fucking bizarre? I don't got that much. Oh, I don't got good things to stand now. She's in the car. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't got much evidence here. I don't see any contradictions here. Oh, God.
Are you saying the victim didn't fall down on the bridge?
Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this fall wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy.
If you don't mind, I was asking the witness.
No need to be so rude.
Well, young lady? Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. Ha, we're one step too slow.
And then what did the defendant do after that?
You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when you did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not. But that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean your scarf?
Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
I suppose... Oh yeah, hold on. It's great. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly.
Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with us.
I don't know. I still got nothing. And this is really good stuff then, you know. I'll go up time to stop presenting stuff. Because I'm lost.
A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There's a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Never mind. I'm incredibly smart.
Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Miss Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
Ah! In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. if 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order! 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 I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd to not have thrown the body into the river. What, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well trying to take a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion isn't without merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
It's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about?
All right, I'll do my best.
What did the man do then?
Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police.
You're sure you saw all that with your own eyes?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
I mean, she's right, but how the hell would she see that? You liar, pants on fire.
Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here.
Do you see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car.
This outcropping of rock is directly in the way.
Ellsworth comes in like, oh, you see, that's because this was after the incident. Before the incident, there was no rock there. It automatically spawned. You can't prove that it didn't.
That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Sorry, that's you.
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see this car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Rah!
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
Order in the court. Where's the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact is that the escapee fled in a stolen car was what put it on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself she saw it.
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh! Mr. Judge?
Well, what is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Well, I mean, except for me, but you know.
Yes, indeed, quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair. Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando, don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you know that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk. Because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true. You certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on his side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in this somewhere?
Well, she said that they scratch marks on it. I mean, it looks more like crack marks to me. Someone hate it. Whatever. Scratched it. Yeah, I'll buy it. Because if I do buy it, this case will not go my way.
Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was...
Let's see. She's having to be patty by, that's a no. I mean, she put the clips in herself is an option, but also, like, she doesn't seem very strong. But also, she's the owner of the card. That isn't a good option. I mean, I'll go if she put it in herself. Not so much I believe that, but it feels like the direction to go.
There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes, what is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really had that body in the trunk of the car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Flawless had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls who put the body in the trunk. No!
Preposterous! To suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that's true, then how do you explain the photos that she took? The corpse could have only been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. We already know that at the time she was taking photographs.
Now is your chance, Mia. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a built-in timer, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, she really did use the camera's auto timer. Then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would you please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers...
I don't fucking know, man.
Hiding in the bushes. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, even if it's I have no phone call.
In the car?
Maybe. I don't think she could have been. She couldn't have really been either of these two because we saw the photo. And she couldn't. I don't know. Yeah, she was in the car.
Naturally, the witness was right here, I think.
I think not.
And the spot where the defendant's car was?
Maybe?
Yes, she had to put the body in the trunk before the defendant returned.
Yes. You don't mind if I ask one teeny-weeny question, do you, Miss Fay?
Uh-oh. He's got that condescending tone in his voice.
If she put the body in the trunk at that time, as you suggest, that must mean that Valley Hawthorne was already dead at that point, correct?
Indeed.
Please take a look at the top of Dusky Bridge. Certainly looks to me like the victim is still alive, am I mistaken? If Valerie Hawthorne was already dead, then who is this? The man is famous to spirits, so may think it was the ghost of the victim.
Well, it could have been a spirit, right? Miss Fay, don't waste your course time on this kind of foolishness.
Ow.
I will slap you down.
Let me save before I continue.
Are you yes, I am certain. More or less. Everybody's the judge now. You're the judge. You're the judge. We're all the judges.
Maybe she was the victim, disguised.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
That's the only other thing I got.
After we picked the other spot. Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order, Miss Fay, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. This case is going on forever. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity of put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
Got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open.
Oh, proof of the white scarf for identification.
Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she herself wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
No. She vanished. I think she died. The end.
Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby.
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Ha! Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Did I say the other defense? Sorry about that. Understood.
Understood. I apologize, I was yawning.
Very well, this court is in recess. That's alright, I read a word that wasn't even there.
Oh, thanks for this episode of Gabby the Game Night. Go.
Ooh, hey, what's that all about?
Good night.
I'm Canadian.
Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.